think I'm streaming. Oopsies. Uh, is it? Maybe. Mayhaps. Not too sure. There we go. All right. Well, howdy, y'all. Let me just see. I never know. I never know because OBS is like delayed and then before it shows up on Restream or LinkedIn. So I think I'm live. If you guys can see me, it'd be great if you'll let me know in the chat. If you guys can hear me, that'd be even better if you can let me know. Um, so yeah, but welcome. Welcome to my live stream. I'm Johanna Renee, and I like to do. Oh, what's up, Auntie? Always good to see you. Hi. My auntie showed up. So yeah, I like to come on here and paint. I am streaming to, let's see, I think LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. So yeah, I don't really know what I'm doing over in Facebook, Auntie, by the way. So if it's messed up, I'm sorry. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm way better on the LinkedIn side of things, but so yeah, I'm gonna be working on this painting right here. I don't know what else to tell you all about it. So it's kind of like a cool landscape scene. It's coming together. I think it was like last Sunday I tried to stream it a little bit and my OBS crashed. But also it was just basically me painting like the tones background brown, pretty much. I painted tan and brown the whole time. So that's what happened. But then that dried, and then this entire week before work, I've been trying to work on it for a couple hours before I had to go to work. So that's what I've been doing. And so now it's like at this stage. I don't know if you guys saw the picture kind of thumbnail thing for the stream, but it's kind of inspired by that. Been going outside painting a lot. So I try and take those pictures. Let me see if I have. So I like, if I go outside and paint, I like to do pastel paintings just because it's dry. Like I don't have to wait for things to dry. It's kind of like there's a lot of bugs where I go, like by the lake, and if you're painting with open acrylics or oils, like the bugs will fly into your wet paint and stick to it. And so I like to just bring pastels. But this was kind of the scene I worked on during that painting session by the lake. And I really liked the reflections and the kind of cool, like, tree trunk things coming out and the clouds. So I thought, hey, I'm going to kind of, it wasn't quite what I wanted it to be. So I'm going to, just keep working on it and make it bigger and try and do an acrylic painting with that. So, oh, what's up, Cooper? Thanks for showing up. Some of them look like seagulls. Yeah, I know. I see like a weird face over here, like a man with a beard. I don't know if you guys can see that. Maybe if I zoomed in, you could, but one of my clouds looks like Santa Claus. So with a pink beard, that's kind of what's going on. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So far, this right here, this is illustration board with, I clear gessoed both sides of it and then I let it dry. And I did both sides because it's kind of like watercolor paper in that way, that when you don't want it to buckle or warp. But it's illustration board, so it's a little bit sturdier and I like a thinner surface. I don't typically like to work on canvas. What's up, Randy? Oh, it's good to see you, Randy. Oh, they're awesome, huh? Okay, great. I'm glad my clouds are awesome. But anyways, I typically don't like to work on canvas all that much just because some of the canvas looks really uniform, like the texture that peeks through and it looks manufactured. And I don't know, I like to work with my own textures. So this is 24 by 30. And yeah, and I just have it clipped to a piece of foam cord board, but you can take this off like anytime you want. Waves, sweet. Okay, groovy. Well, then I'm gonna get started. And so, yeah, what's everybody's? You got LOL, pens and pencils and crayons. What you trying to say, Cooper? I'm not sure. I think I'm missing something. Oh, wait, no, here we go. Here we go. Yes, they do. They also don't have long drying times. So, yeah, I don't know. It's pretty cool, but I mean, one of these days I'll take the acrylic paints out there, but I also just don't want to tote around like all this water, and I don't want bugs sticking to my work. Like that's what happens. So, what's up? Is that Dan? It still says LinkedIn user. I think it's Dan. So, okay. Oh, and then on top of that, I like this is my color palette. Like I love this blue. I love these colors. I'm kind of working from a color palette. This is like my summer color palette that I really like to do. Yay, it's Dan. Groovy. What are you guys doing this weekend? Any fun plans? Just trying to see where I started off. So, oh, okay. So I already have some acrylic paint on my palette paper that I've been keeping wet because open acrylics are different than regular acrylics. Oh, piece of paper towel just went into. That's lovely. Okay. But anyways, open acrylics stay wet longer than regular acrylics. Regular acrylics dry really, really fast. Like, especially in Colorado, because we're dry. We're just dry here. There's no humidity. It's just dry, and it's 100-degree weather, and it's summer, and it just dries. So I like to use some open acrylics because they'll stay wet longer. So I already have some open acrylics here, but the thing with the palette paper is that it kind of curls. You can get the clips, but I've just been putting a wet paper towel underneath this piece of palette paper and covering it kind of with like a casserole dish cover. Okay. So, and it's been keeping wet, so it's been great. But right now I need to mix a little bit more. I feel like I need to mix a little bit more of these, like these pink kind of cloud colors, and make it into the reflection of the water. Cooper says, I also heard exterior paint doesn't dry and adhere correctly when it's very hot, which would dry it faster. Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about exterior paint. Like for houses, is that what you mean? Because I'm not sure. I would assume so. Something like that. I'm sure though, like with house paint, like the exterior paint, I'm sure they have like some kind of primer that would help that, because you can get that with acrylic. You can get a drying medium, a slow drying medium to add to your acrylic paint as well. I just don't like to do that. I'm not too, I just don't like using that. I will use an open thinner. So if you guys are interested, I started out with, I'm not like sponsored by them or anything, but it'd be great. Hey, Golden, if you guys are watching, they're not watching. But anyways, I started out with Golden Open Landscape acrylic paint. This is a really good palette if you guys wanted to try some open acrylics. I really liked it. So now, but now I got bigger tubes. So yeah, I'm going to, I have a little bit of this kind of like purpley pinkish color, and oh, a bowling tournament. That sounds kind of fun. My bid in a bowling tournament was last weekend. Think I'll kick back. What do you mean bid? Do you actually play, like, do you actually bowl, or are you just bidding? Oh, it's like only 80 in Estes Park. I want to go to Estes Park. I'm gonna go to Estes Park. No, it's hot. It's been really hot. Oh, I have my AC going. I don't know if you guys can hear it. It's kind of loud. So, okay, let's see here. So I'm not too concerned about how this mirrors on the bottom because it's just kind of, I like the suggestion of them, of the clouds. I don't want to get too elaborate. Plus, it kind of makes it more water-like to me. But I'm going to go with vertical strokes instead of horizontal because the horizontal ones I kind of keep to the clouds. And the vertical strokes will help, like in the water, will help it appear more like water. So I'm going to, where did I need this? I needed this kind of here. And I have 2 dishes of water. I'll use an open thinner. But water will do just fine. I don't mind just thinning my paint with water. I found that some of the thicker brush strokes I made with the open acrylic and mixed with some thinner, that those strokes were still not completely dry the next morning. It's also a lot more humid here than, oh yeah, yeah, that will happen with the open thinner. It's like very, I don't know, it keeps them wet even longer. And I find that the thinner, I don't know about what you've seen, Dan, but I find that the thinner is kind of glossy. Have you noticed that? It's not like a matte or like an opaque, it's kind of glossy. And I don't really like that sheen too much. Okay. Okay. Same with over here. I need to kind of get some cloud coverage there. Oh, okay. Bit isn't like giving it a shot. Okay, Cooper, I get it. Well, good for you for giving it a shot. All right. I'm horrible at bowling. I'm not very good. I'm like the type that's like super bad too. Like I'll like my ball will go in someone else's lane. It'll go backwards. I'm not coordinated with that stuff at all. I'll fall. But cool, good for you. That kind of sounds fun. I don't know about this one actually. Maybe right here. Oh, like house siding? Yeah. Yeah, they might not have the solvents on hand. I'm not too sure. I've thought about that too. Like, even though, like, with exterior paint, like, I wonder, it'd be cool. I honestly have no idea, but I wonder how, like, those muralists paint outdoors. Like, what kind of paint do you use? Do you think they use, like, exterior, like, house paint, or is it literally just spray paint? I don't know. It'd be cool though. I'm just too shy to make some kind of like mural public work and talk to like people to get that going. So I would have no idea. Okay. So I did that. That's looking good to me. This looks decent to me right here. And so I think up here is fine. So this is I worked on this yesterday. This is surface dry. I wouldn't say it's cured, but it's surface dry. I'm like touching it. It's fine. It's fine. Um, so, but anyways, I like my values up here for now. I think it's about time for me to start working on these trees. I might put a couple of little houses in here, like suggestions of houses. I don't know. We'll see. But I think it's time to work on that for me personally. So, gosh, do I even have room on my palette? It's just curling. What, Auntie? You're going to your high school reunion tomorrow? What? Where is that at? Is it at Wheat Ridge? Where is that going? How many years is that? What is that? We had our high school reunion at like in like 2020, right when 2020 hit, and I was like, ah, we can't go. That sounds fun. That's really cool. The Zone 35. Is that what is that? What's the Zone 35? Yes, Cooper. I've probably done that. Probably when I was younger, I've gotten a bowling ball in the gutters with bumpers up. I need bumpers. They're fun. Come on now. Oh, 35 years. I got it. Zone. Is it's a bar. Oh, cool. What? That's awesome. Is Paula going? Is Paula going too? Were you guys in the same grade? Yeah, a lot of the murals are on like cement or concrete for sure. Okay. So I'm going to mix a green. Let me see. Phone. Trying to. Sorry, guys. I have like ADHD. I don't know where my phone is because I have color references on there. I don't think I have pockets. Oh, she's crashing it with you. Oh, she's a year behind. Okay, cool. Oh, that's gonna be really fun. I hope you guys have fun. And it's tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Is tomorrow Saturday? Tomorrow's Saturday, right? Hmm. Sorry, I just realized apparently I got some mail. The in-laws. Yeah, looks like from Peak Mates from Home Advisor. Yeah. So whenever I can pick it up. Okay, let's see here. Um, where is my color? Because I'm like using a different color palette. There we go. There we go. Oh, thanks, Auntie. You did help me. And then like I noticed I got like this text message. I have mail at the in-laws and it was from like remember when I was doing Peak Maids? I used to be a maid. I used to have this like cleaning company and I used to be with like I think it was like Angie's List or maybe it was Home Advisor. I don't even know, but I got some mail from them. It's always like bothersome when you get mail from a business that you had like what is that, 5 years ago now, 7 years ago? I don't even know anymore. 2017, 7 years ago. It's like, what is this for? Hope it's all good. Um, all right, so I'm gonna be mixing a green, or am I? No, I'm gonna be mixing a darker kind of purpley brown first. I'm doing that by mixing alizarin crimson with ultramarine blue. Let's see here. Gonna mix maybe a little bit of. Hey, what's up, Aaron? Thanks for joining. Hello, hello from Alberta, Canada. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. How's it? Is it scorching hot up there too right now? Are you guys getting a heat wave, Aaron? Ah, it's epic to see you. I appreciate you joining. And is this the Aaron G that I'm thinking of? Gotta go look up stuff. Oh, it is Aaron. Aaron, are you still doing your lives? You had such groovy intros, some cool music. Oh, that's actually a really cool color. Ah, so September 6th is when you return to your epic lives. That's awesome. Well, I'll have to tune in. I'll try and tune into them. You can always send me an invite too. And that way I know it's easier for me to kind of just remember when it's like, hey, you got an invite. All right. I think this needs to be, what do I want here? Yeah, I need even more yellow ochre. I'm gonna be fishing here. That'd be cool. What kind of fish do you think are there? I know this place, because I go painting there. There's a lot of people who fish. You're allowed to fish there. I've always wondered what kind of fish they're getting. I saw a really cool bird. It was like some kind of cool heron or something there one morning. I don't know what it was doing. It was doing some kind of special dance. But like not to I was like, well, maybe it's some kind of like mating thing for a heron. But it was like there wasn't another heron, that it was like geese. There was just geese around, and it was doing maybe it was being territorial or something. I don't know, but it was really cool. It was like a dark gray heron. It was long, and it put its wings up to look like some kind of crazy umbrella. It was neat. 1,000 invites per show. That's cool. Is that like how many LinkedIn lets you do, or is that just like a goal? I honestly don't know. I like rarely invite people. I should probably invite more people when I go live, but I'm like, I'm always nervous. What if you don't want to be invited? You just show up. It's all good. Just show up when you want. Okay, so I think I finally got a paint color that I like. We're getting there. Oh, take me off your for the mail thing, Cooper, the home advisor thingy, or for the lives. But I didn't know that's the max. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, Aaron. I'll have to think about that. I didn't know. I'll learn something new. Well, cool. Yeah, invite me. At least a couple times I can be one of those 1000s. All right. I think this is cool. So I mix this kind of like purpley brown color. Can you guys see that? I don't think you guys see that. It's probably too liquidy. Yeah, it's too small. Anyways, so this is going to be so I kind of had, when I was blocking in colors, I kind of had an idea. I had to block in some kind of tree line with the lake. Um, but these aren't the right colors that I want to peek through necessarily. So, but anyway, so this is going to be my darkest, I believe. I'm going in there, and yeah, it's kind of like a dark purpley mauvey brown. And this looks better than what I had. I think it looks better than what I had previously. And I'm just using my palette knife because I don't want to be too detailed here. Honestly, like, even though I want this painting to be harmonious, I still kind of want the focal point to be about these clouds. So I try not to do too many details. So like this back here is going to be very suggestive. And I'm going to pull down a little bit because I want it to kind of seep into the water there. Gotta step back. Aw, thanks, Aaron. I'm glad you like the energy. That's nice. I'll take it. Groovy. I'm contemplating putting like tiny little houses over here. We'll see. Or maybe like, I don't know, maybe like one here, just, or a suggestion of a house. Anyways, you guys can't really see. It looks like almost your old fishing pond. Wow, that's pretty cool. You had a fishing pond. What kind of fish were in that pond? Maybe I can bring you guys closer so you can see just a little bit. See the different colors. Okay. Groove-tastic. Oh my gosh, I love that word. I'm gonna steal it. Oh, some rainbow trout. Ooh. All right, so see how it's kind of like, it's dark, but it's still got color to it. It still has like that mauvey purpley color to it. And honestly, I think my camera's making it darker than it actually is in real life, but what can you do? So yeah, that's what we're working with right there. Um, do 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 do. I don't know. Maybe it could be that hot, Cooper. I don't know. I've never been up that way. That sounds pretty hot. What was it, like 39 degrees Celsius? What is that? Isn't it Fahrenheit? Why are Americans like off? Why don't we use Celsius? I always forget the conversion. 1 second. Oh, that's hot. That sounds real hot. Dang. That's really warm. I wouldn't expect that. All the way. I don't know. I always thought Canada was like kind of gray or something. I don't know. That's hot. It's still really hot. But yeah, it's gonna be hot for like the next 3 days, and then it might get into the 80s. Okay. All right, now let's see. Do I have another one? Yeah. So I just wipe off my palette knife. I just wipe all the gunky paint off. And you can do that when you have open acrylics because like it stays wet longer. So if you were just using regular acrylics, that would be like plasticky already in there and on it. It would just like adhere onto your palette knife. You have to soak it, get some rubbing alcohol, wipe it off. But what's up, Jamie? How's it going? Where are you at? Are you back from your stay away? You're weren't you like out at sea or lake or something for a while? Okay. Let's see. Okay, and so now, what do I want? What do I want? Okay, give me a second. I need to grab a board so I could put a different palette. Paper. Keep losing my clips. Can never have enough clips. Aha, this will work. I keep on spinning. And now where am I going to put this? Oh, I'll mix it over here. That's okay. We'll mix it over here. Still not enough room. All right. Yeah, that'll be okay. And then, all right. So I need kind of a blue-green. So I'm going to be mixing some ultramarine blue. Yeah, I mean, I still do get those telemarketing calls. Those are the worst when you own a business. They just call randomly, like they're like, "You want a spot in our random local newspaper in a different state?" And you're like, "No, nope, I don't want that. That doesn't help me none." But yeah, I'm hoping that's what it is. Now I'm like nervous about it. It'll be fine though. Sure, I did everything because we don't have the business anymore. We closed it down in like 2017, so maybe 2018. I'm pretty sure all the tax stuff and responsibility for that is done. So I don't know why they're mailing me. It's what? Oh, it's a payout. Did you have your mom open it? You Googled it. They're going to pay us. Best case scenario, they're going to pay us. Oh, we might get like 75 cents? Oh, yes. Well, then, heck yes, I'll take that. You want to mail me some money? That's great. They're going to refund me maybe some money. It took them 7 years to do so. Groovy. I'll take it. Hope so. I hope that's what it is. It said like refund something, so it'd be great. Uh, what am I doing? Okay, so I'm gonna mix some yellow ochre with some ultramarine blue. And I have a really limited palette, actually. I was going over this with Heather. I don't know if you guys know Heather. She's pretty groovy. But she was asking about some open acrylics and actually just in acrylics in general. And that's why I liked that open acrylic landscape set because it had most of the colors that I like anyways. But most often my palette, if it's a wet palette, because you guys know, like I paint mostly I do a lot of soft pastel stuff. And I mean, I have palettes for that, but I collect them. Like they're just, you just have to. And the reason being is because you can't mix you can't mix soft pastel off like on a palette like I'm doing with liquid paint. You have to mix it on the canvas. So you have to get sticks or pan pastels or whatever it is, and you have to get multiples of them depending on what you like. So you can have quite a collection, but I like to just when I'm dealing with liquid paints, I typically only get a titanium white, an alizarin crimson, an ultramarine blue, a yellow ochre, a cadmium red, and a cadmium yellow, or some kind of yellow that will be opaque, like Hansa, Naples. Naples yellow is usually pretty opaque. And I think that's it. And I just kind of stick with the primaries because with all of those colors that I just, right, there's one, two, three, four, five, about five of them that I usually get. I can make everything else in between. I can make any kind of purple I want. I can neutralize it. I can make grays. I can make all the greens. Like I typically don't buy a green because I prefer to just mix my own. Um, but that's just me. So you don't have to go out and buy a whole bunch of paint to paint. You can just buy 5 tubes of paint and you're golden. You're good. Um, but yeah, anyways, so I know that was 6 because I also get a yellow ochre. And I like yellow ochre because, and I typically don't get browns. Like if I do, I'll get like a raw umber. I kind of like that it's cooler, but I like a yellow ochre because I can make a, a brown pretty easily. It's like a rustic yellow to me, and I really like that. So, but hey, that's just me. All right, so I'm going to do some ultramarine blue and some yellow ochre. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, that's pretty. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you see that cool, pretty green? It's gorgeous. It's pretty dark. Nah, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. If I don't like it, I'll cover it up. Um, nah, I like it. Ooh, yeah, that's cool. Sorry, I gotta like step back. What does it look like on this side? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. No, I'm digging it. I'm digging it. Just kind of scraping into some of this red too. It's pretty dark. It's about the same value. It's a little bit darker of a value than that red that I put on there, or that brownish red purple color. And like, I really like, if you guys are at all painters or are wanting to paint, it's nice to film yourself. Like, you don't even have to go live or anything, but if you could just film yourself, it's nice to like be able to paint, and then I can look at my computer and have a different view of it, if that makes sense. Because sometimes you just like get tunnel vision. And and I can kind of get almost like a thumbnail perspective on my laptop screen. And so this right here is super dark right now for y'all. I'm going to lighten it up, but it's looking cool. It's looking cool. Or like right here, this right here, this comes down at an angle. And when I'm up close, it doesn't look like that very much. But when I'm looking into the screen, I can definitely notice it. And I like to just, even if I'm not going live, like I kind of just like to film myself just so I can know, like, sometimes I'll mess up a painting and take it too far, and then I can rewind and be like, that's the moment I should have stopped and not painted any further. Hey, Jakey. Yeah. All right. I want this to be, do I? Let's see. Actually want this to be a little bit lighter, so I'm going to add some titanium whites. It's too light. It's too light. What kind of tunes are you guys listening to lately? Have this one song by the Knocks, and no, Knocks in my head. It's just like one of those poppy, catchy songs for some reason, and it's in my head. Whoa, that's a pretty color. Let's see if that actually works. does. Yes. Groovy. I like that. Okay. This one actually works better than a lot of these other colors. Because sometimes, like, you'll mix a really pretty color, but it doesn't work for the painting. Like, even though it's a pretty color, it just doesn't work. Wooden spoon. Yes, Auntie. That's awesome. You know, I've been able to find why can't I think of the name? Schoolhouse Rock, right? But I haven't been able to find those VHSs that you had. I haven't been able to find them like for streaming or like on DVD or anything because those were the best. I loved those little cartoons. Gosh, I haven't listened to that song in a very long time. Pew, pew. And what else was on that one? Wasn't Joni Mitchell on there with or did she do that with the roller skates song? Do you know what I'm talking about? That cartoon? It's like I got a brand new pair of roller skates. You got a brand new key or something like that. You remember that, Nancy? I don't know if that's Joni Mitchell. I thought it was Joni Mitchell. Oh, it is Joni and Jim. Okay. Oh, they're from the Sonny and Cher show. Oh, really? Okay. Yay. I'm totally gonna do it. That's awesome. Ryan and I, we went to uh, in June for our anniversary and kind of for his birthday. We went and saw George Clinton and Funkadelic in Parliament. It was so cool, Auntie. It was like the coolest concert I've been to in a really long time. It was awesome. I think they were at the Ogden. Were they at the Ogden? Yeah, it was at Ogden. Yeah, put up a parking lot. Yeah, it was great. It was so fun. I don't know. Like, I think George Clinton is because I read and I saw too that I think he's like 82. So I don't think he's going to be, I don't know if that was his last little bit or what, but it was great. It was cool. What are you cooking? Are you cooking? You said you were listening to that maybe with and cooking. Okay, cool. So I'm making sure too with my clouds to like overlap, or sorry, with my trees to overlap onto my clouds, like in this kind of area. The Candyman can. Yes. Oh, this takes me back. This is great. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have to watch it. Yes, the Candyman can. I can't. I don't even think I could do that voice anymore in the Candyman song. Oh, some zucchini bread. Oh, that sounds yummy. That sounds really yummy. No, you spelled right. What are you talking about? You spelled it all good. All good like. Okay. All right. So let's see. This is looking good. Let me step away for a moment and kind of make sure everything's looking good. Okay. Yeah. Do I? All right. So I kind of got some blues in there already, some like greenish blues. And now I'm going to start making more warm greens. Okay. Like maybe I can bring you guys closer kind of for this. As long as I don't kick the camera. Okay, and then let me see. Is it maybe saturate? I don't think it's saturation. I think it's still brightness. Oh, it's too bright. Maybe something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Just configuring the video. Sorry, guys. Hopefully that's better. I don't know. Who can take the sunrise? Okay. I like to use like a palette knife for this section too. One for like kind of the textures, but it's kind of random. You can't control it very well. And I like that because then it doesn't look so stiff to me. You can like carve in here, make it a little bit scratchy if you want. Oh, it was called the Fantastic All Electric Musical Movie. That's awesome. Okay, cool. I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna have to like go back to this and look it up because that's awesome. I missed that. That was like the coolest thing ever. I found oh gosh, now I can't think of it. I found Little Nemo. Not Finding Nemo, but Little Nemo. You know what I'm talking about? In Sleepland or whatever. It's awesome. I don't remember on what streaming service that it was on, but I found it. I'll have to tell you. So I'm kind of just dipping my one of my scratchy brushes in water and I'm pulling down, letting it drip too. In Slumberland. Oh, you still own, do you own it? Like, is it in VHS? How do you own it? Which one? In what form? DVD? I want to borrow Blu-ray. Oh, okay, cool. Cool, cool. DVD. Candyman. Okay, now I'm gonna have that song in my head forever. Candyman can, because he mixes it with love. Makes the world taste good. Okay. All right, I need some more paints. Probably zoom out. Oh, that's nice. That's looking way better than. I'm glad I like adjusted the lighting. Yeah, it's getting there, folks. Need some water. All right, let me wash my hands really quick. Yeah. Okay. It's like something in my shoe. 1 second. Ouch. Ouch. Okay. My shoe. Okay. All right. What am I doing here? I need some more yellow ochre. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah. Candyman can, cause he mixes it with love and makes the world taste good. So I guess you guys are gonna have to deal with me singing on my stream just a little bit, you know. Which one do I want to do first? It's like not, yeah. Let's do that. Well, it's catchy, Auntie. It's gonna get stuck in your head. You can't not sing it. That's too blue. Oh no, that's what I want, right? Yeah, that's what I want. Okay. Sunrise. The Candyman. The Candyman can. Let's see here. Yeah. Yeah. It's totally playing in my head, in my brain. You can even eat the dishes. It's the best. It's the best one. That's the best version. Is that the original or is that a cover? Oh, it's a cover. Okay. Good to know. Well, I'm glad you're having a good old time over there. Yeah, the dishes. I can't do that. I can't pronounce. I don't think I can go as deep, do what he did anymore. Because it's like low voice dishes. In time lapse. I know. It would take forever, Cooper. I try, but my videos are like super long, so I just like have to cut it out and then speed it up. Maybe I could probably no, I don't think I filmed. I'd be missing some video for this one. Maybe the next one I will. I'd be running around all fast. Okay. All right. I think I need to get over here. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. And then I feel like I still need some like brown in here. Just because it will go nicely with the pink clouds. So I'm gonna try and make a brown. I'm just not getting the brown right. This might be good. I don't know. Let's see. Almost. It's almost the color I want. Okay. There we go. That's it. It's like a gray. Muddy brown purple. Yeah, that's gonna be, whoo, that's gonna be good. Yeah, it's looking groovy. All right, now we need a lighter green for sure. This is great. Okay. All right. So, ooh, that could have been a disaster. All right, so I'm getting like an old scratchy brush. Honestly, this was like a bright brush. It's like a flat, longer brush. And then it had to be repurposed, what I guess I'm trying to say. And so I cut it. Okay, now it's my scratchy brush. Okay, just bringing that down. Yeah, that looks good to me. I want this to be pretty light right here. Oh, I didn't know that. Those are some of the exact ones. What's that? 86 Fahrenheit, 30 Celsius. Oh, okay. Okay. That's pretty good to know. Pretty good to know. Yeah, it's like hard for me to like, isn't there's some kind of formula for that or some kind of conversion and I can never remember it. Every time I have to look it up. I'm like, what is it? But thanks for sharing that, Cooper. All right, give me 1 second, y'all. until the time's done. Do, 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 do. Okay. Let's see here. All right, so something I noticed. No, wait. I need this different one. Okay. Yeah, so it's like some of this right here needs to kind of come up. Some up there. Yep. Oh, hey, Dan. What's up? Noticed that my clouds weren't like so aligning in my reflection. So I'm trying to add to that. At least give me some markers because it's not the exact color I would want right there, but then I at least know I'm going to remind myself, be easier to remind myself to come in and kind of refine these reflections. Oh, I'm glad it's looking good. Thanks. Dan, did you ever listen to Sonny and Cher? Oh, you watch their show? Okay, cool. Yeah. My auntie and I were just talking about some of their songs and their funny cartoon things. Or just some of their songs, really. Because I think there was, God, what was that show now? I would have to scroll back. Okay. But yeah, there used to be this like video that my auntie had that had all these cool cartoons with songs with like Joni Mitchell and Sonny and Cher and stuff, the Candyman. And we were just talking about that and how awesome it was. All right, I need some more yellow. I'm gonna have to go get some more yellow ochre. I'm almost out. Sad times. Okay, so Auntie, she got back. She messaged it. She put it back in there. She said it's the Fantastic All Electric Music movie. Did you ever watch that, Dan? I wish you guys could see that. There needs to be a way for me to like I need to figure that out to have the comments show somewhere so people on Facebook can see what people on LinkedIn write and vice versa. It's got cool animation. You know, I'm sure you saw Schoolhouse Rock. Is that right? That like animated, like educational musical little ditties about like the government and different history things. So it's got that same animator. I'm pretty sure it's the same animator, except it like the music and the animations were to like Sonny and Cher songs and other people. It was cool. Clothespins for my clips, Cooper. Yeah. No, you know what I use? I use potato chip clips. Okay. That's they get repurposed for potato chip clip bags. Or you know which ones I really like? Okay, I actually got these like really long time ago, but it's like these wire ones. Okay. And I have some I honestly got it from the dollar store because I needed it for my book arts class. And they just had like a bunch of them, like a huge bag of them. And then I remember I would get into my book arts class and people were like, that's really cool. Can I borrow your clips? Blah, blah, blah. And then they would never give me back my clips. So now I have like five, but they're the best. Okay. The wire potato chip bag clips from the dollar store. Top notch. Okay. Don't go with those fancy plastic potato chip bag clips. You want the cheap wire ones from the dollar store. Or clothespins. I guess you could do clothespins. But the thing about it, like look at this, like look how much that opens. The clothespin thing, what if you have a thick board? A way thicker board that you can't like clip together? I don't know. That's just what I'm doing. But I mean, that's a potato chip clip, that wire one, and so is that one. And this is a pretty thick piece of foam core board. I'd say it's a half an inch. And then there's my illustration board on top of it, and that's what's being clipped together. This one I want even more warm. Yeah, yeah, Auntie. What's funny? My potato chip bag, my clippies. Ooh, that's a pretty one. Okay, this one's good. This green is good. See, it's way more fun to mix your own greens, I swear. Like don't get me wrong, I like a sap green. I like all those kinds of greens, but it you just You get better greens if you just mix them. You take your yellows, you take your blues, and you mix them. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah. I can't wait to show y'all up close with this green. It's gonna be awesome. It looks lovely. I'm just saying. Oh, the whole thing, yeah. Well, I mean, for real. My teacher too, she wanted us to buy, okay, so with the potato chip bag clippy thing, okay? So the whole thing with the potato chip bag clip thing was my book arts teacher too. She like wanted us to buy these fancy like book clip things for like binding. And I thought like, that's great and all if you want to do that, but this was a class. This was like an intro class. So I'm like, I'm not about to spend like $90 on this huge contraption book clamp thing and take that back and forth from home to class, okay, on a train. That's just not going to happen. It's just not going to happen. So I went out and bought me some potato chip bag clips and it worked just fine. I went through the book arts class just fine. Everybody thought it was cool. I mean, I don't think you need that big fancy huge book binding clip thing unless you are like a professional book arts person. Like that's what you do. You make books, you bind them. They're pretty, which is great. Like those are lovely, but if you're just clamping papers together, nah, you don't need that. Yeah, yeah, Dan. Yeah, the greens are more, they're going to gel better because it's going to harmonize better. Because you're using, if you use a limit, like I really like using a limited palette because if you're using a limited palette, you're mixing all the other paints with just like a set of six paints anyways. So it's going to have a similar color concept and hue and temperature when you're even when you're mixing like different shades and different hues. It's gonna harmonize better rather than reaching for a sap green or what are the other greens? There's tons more, but all the other greens. And then at the end, it does look a little bit more uniform to me. Not uniform, harmonized. Color harmony. Yeah, we're gonna have so much fun finding all those videos. Ooh, I'm so excited. Okay. That's exactly what those spammy people are like, Cooper. No, don't. Just don't. Don't follow the links nowhere. I gotta sneeze. Excuse me. Excuse me. Okay, okay. I think I'm back from my sneezing fit. I don't know about y'all, but I can't, I'm not that person who sneezes once. Just once. Just one sneeze. It's usually like 3 to 5 sneezes in a row. And I have to stop what I'm doing to sneeze it out. It's awful. But those people, I kind of envy those people who just sneeze once. Just once. They're done. They can move about. So I'm not that. Ruby. Oh, I kind of gotta make this one. This is like actually taking me a while for this painting. But it's been great because I think I'm going to try and do this a little bit more. Um, Normally, I don't work this big of a painting. That's like 20 by 30, right? Um, but I've been wanting to work on larger pieces lately, and I'm finding um, that's like really easy to come to every day. Like I've done it every day this week before work. And so it's just kind of nice having something up to work on every day that I don't know, it's just nice to have something on the easel like that. Um Rather than every day trying to be like what new thing am I gonna start today? What new kind of creation? And so yeah, it's actually been kind of nice to just be like, all right, this is up here. I'm gonna keep working on it and see where it goes. I have the paint nearby, and so it's been nice. This green is looking so cool. Ah, and you guys can kind of see it. It's starting to lighten up. Remember when I was like, this is really dark in the video itself. But now you're starting to see a little bit more light. So that's pretty cool. It's still way lighter in person. What I'm doing is I'm taking this brush now and I'm going over some of these. Let me see if I can show you. It's like something I can't really, I just have to show y'all. Okay. Now I'm going to get up there. So sorry, there's a glare because I have the ring light. But do you see how some of this paint, though, you can see the edges and the peaks? It's kind of peaky. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm lightly wetting my scratchy brush here. Okay, and I'm coming over very lightly, making kind of just whatever strokes, right? And what this is doing is it's knocking down the peaks of the paint and softening it. And when it does that, it's, well, it's softening those edges. Okay. So it's going to soften these edges and it's going to, what am I trying to say here? When it's softening the edges, it's also softening your gaze upon it, because if you have these like really harsh edges, right, our eyes tend to pick that up. When you blend it out and soften it, our eyes will pick it up, but it will be kind of perceived in more in like a distance. And then our eyes, rather than picking up these edges, like the actual peaks of the paint and the edges around whatever like a foliage this is, our eye will not want to move to that first. It will want to go to something a little bit more striking, whether that's extreme contrast in value or contrasting colors, really bright contrasty things, chromatic things, really fine detailed things, that kind of stuff. I don't know. I don't think I explained that very well, but that's what I'm doing. So maybe over here. Hmm. 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 But it's looking pretty cool. Yeah. Okay. Still need more of this paint. This shade, I want to say, this color. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, it's looking good. What you doing? Oh. Okay. All right, I need to see some colors here. And then also one way I like to do water too is like, sorry, I probably just didn't talk for a good 5 minutes or so. I was just painting. But anyways, one thing I like to do with water scenes is like anything below the water line. After a certain point, I don't add certain light values of colors. And the reason being is because when you're looking at water, it's I've the water I feel like darkens a lot of the reflection. And at least when you do that in your work, I mean, still have some light and some highlights, but when you do that, just not everything. See how I'm like not mimicking how light these clouds are in the water. And I only got to like a certain value. Um, that's what I'm talking about. That's how I like to do water because I find it actually gives the impression of water in in that way, rather than completely just trying to copy everything that you see above, below, and all the color values. I feel like that's what people really go to when they're trying to create a reflection, and oftentimes it doesn't come out that way, it doesn't read that way. I mean, I think a little bit for sure if especially if you know it's like water, but I think there's a way to abstract it a little bit more in your favor. Okay, so I think now is going to be a good time to um what am I trying to say? Add some tree trunks. Just trying to figure out what kind of color I need this to be. Let's see. Okay, let's see here. Oh, I didn't see you guys there. Okay. Well, tell Jennifer thank you. Thanks. I'm glad you like it. And Cooper, how often can you find, sorry, there's a glare, phosphorescent, fluorescent pastels? I don't know. I have no idea. Like glow in the dark? No, I don't know. I haven't seen that. I know you can do like paint. There's like a powder paint for fluorescent pastels. So I wonder if you just, or not like, I think it's just a fluorescent pigment. So I wonder if you got pastel pigment too and molded your own. You could probably do that. I don't even know if I've seen one on the market, but then again, I don't think I've like looked for them. There's a lot of metallic though, uh, soft pastels. A great deal of metallic. I don't know. I don't know. Do you guys know? Have you seen fluorescent, phosphorescent pastels? I haven't. Okay, what do I want? I think I need more blue somewhere. It's a lot of blue. Okay. All right. I think I've been painting forever. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna add this color to this. Hmm. Man, went boxing today and I'm sore. Okay. I mean, I don't think I could do that. No, I don't think that blue would look good. I think I need to make that a gray. As gray as I can. Okay. Hmm. I'm trying to mix like a gray for the tree trunks. Like I don't even know what that would be. It's on the, it's pretty neutral. I don't know. It's like too bright. I think it's too bright. Add more blue. A little bit more blue. Okay. Yeah. I think that's good. But it will dry darker. It's okay. So maybe I can show you all this. So I'm creating some tree trunks. Kind of scratching it around. That's fun. That's real fun. I'm gonna get you guys even closer. So I'm gonna make like this reflection of the tree trunk. And then I'm taking my brush and pulling down with it. Okay, I'm gonna do the same some over here. Whee! That's looking pretty cool. I think so. Hmm. Sorry, I'm just kind of like taking a look at it. All right. Well, that's looking pretty good. I like it so far. Aw. Well, I'm glad you find it serene. Thanks so much. I'm glad. Aw, thanks, Auntie. Yeah. Yeah. So, anyways, I've been painting for like, a while. I'm probably gonna just hop off live at least. And I'll probably continue to work on it. So, like, that's just kind of how it goes. I don't know if I'll stream, get back on tonight or not, um, but yeah. So if I finish it and I'm not streaming, I'll show y'all. I'll take a picture and things like that. But I'm not done yet. Like, I want to kind of still. I want to. Mm, I don't know what I'm trying to say. Like, alter this reflection a little bit. I need to add more highlights and I need to refine the sky a little bit more the way that I want it to be. So, but it's getting there. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks, Auntie, and everybody who joined, and Dan and Cooper, and who's just kind of talking to me, and Aaron as well. So I appreciate y'all stopping by. I hope you have a great weekend. And yeah, stay cool. Hopefully, you guys don't burn up like it is over here. I will talk to y'all later.